Good afternoon. Thanks for the opportunity. Here, I would like to talk about language and social variation, especially in linguistic course. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Widiastuti Anggrita Widiastuti. You can call me Saraju. I'm from Studi Class. My student ID is 201202105. The material I will explain today, there are social dialects, education and occupation, speech style and style shifting, speech accommodation, slang, and the last but not least is concluding. Language. What do you think about language? Language become an important thing to people to communicate with each other. Without language, people will not able to communicate with each other. Language can vary. There are due to several factors, including geographical location, culture, and community habits. Language variations are language differences that are shared by each person in several regions, cities, and countries. The type of language variation, there are social dialects, education and activation, speech style and style shifting, speech accommodation, and slang. Now, let's talk one by one. One is social dialect. Social dialects are language variations of a group of speakers which are relative in number if occurs in place or region. Dialect is formed because of the strategic location of an area. So the underlying dialect is the region or the speaker's place of residence. Two is education and occupation. Education and occupation are regarding class and education status aspect of his stage, such as education, occupation, level of nobility, social economic condition, age, and so on. Also, the unique curriculum state of every life results in each of us having an individual way to speaking, general dialect or idiolect. We generally tend to sound like others do, which we, we share, which we share similar educational background and or occupation. According to syllabus 2006, as adults, the outcome of our time in the educational system is usually reflected in our occupation and social economic status. The way bank executives as opposite the window cleaners talk to each other usually provides linguistic evidence for the significance of their social career. In the 1960s, sociolinguistic William Labov combined elements from place of occupation and social economic status by looking of the pronunciation difference among fellow people in three New York City department stores. Three is speech style and style shifting. The most basic distinction in speech style is between formal use and informal use. Formal style is when we pay more careful attention to how we are speaking, and informal style is when silent attention. They are sometimes described as carefully style and casual style. A change from one to the other by an individual called style shifting. Speech style is different when you are talking with someone with different someone and including the situation. When you are talking with their teachers, parents, or someone who is older than you can use to style or we know as formal style. But if you are talking with your friends, you can use casual style and use comfortable language or we know as informal speech or is speech accommodation. According to from Holmes 2008, we can adopt a speech style that attempts to reduce social distance described as sounds that are similar to those used by the person you're talking to. This accommodation influenced by their perception of their listener. Generally, when you are talking with someone in a conversation, you have to speak clearly so the listener can understand the purposes of your conversation. Five is slang. According to definition of Oxford language, slang is a type of language that consists of words and phrases that are regarded as very informal, are more common in speech than writing, and are typically restricted to a particular context of group of people. Slang is used when you are talking with your close friends in informal situations. So, based on my material, I can conclude the type of the language variation. There are social dialect, education and activation, speech style and style shifting, speech accommodation, and slang. Language variation will always experience change in line with the times. Language development will always continue to develop